top 10 fisherman captures that made them question everything. It doesn't matter what kind of fishing you prefer. You could sit in a dock, stand with your feet inside a river, sail into the open sea, or even take your harpoon like an underwater hunter. There are so many options available that fishermen can be a very diverse bunch. In fact, fishing is so enjoyable that it's inspired some of the best writers and artists. Perhaps if you've read the works of Hemingway or Melville, those two were true masters, able to describe the fishing experience in a way only a genius could have. Today, we want to share this feeling with you, so we're going to show you 10 fishing captures that made us think twice if they were real or not. We just simply couldn't believe our eyes. So join us today in this exciting journey through some of the most intriguing fishing spots. Villagers, amateur fishermen, hardcore pros, lifeguards, and scientists, it doesn't matter their background. The most important thing here today is the catch. Number 10. Alligator gar. The alligator gar is one of the most intimidating and fierce-looking fish we've ever seen. If you look at it, it seems like a prehistorical monster. However, it's not that ancient compared with the authentic living fossils swimming in the rivers and oceans of the world. For decades, the alligator gar was misunderstood and undervalued, practically considered trash fish, so it was targeted by the American authorities for elimination. Currently, it's clearer in its critical role for the balance between predators and other river creatures, and now they enjoy some protection from local authorities. In 2004, a fisherman caught the largest one ever on the Mississippi River, measuring 8 feet and weighing 327 pounds. It requires courage to get such a beast inside your boat, but the fisherman who found this giant alligator gar had plenty of it. Unfortunately, the struggle between the fisherman and the beast was so intense that the latter couldn't survive. Allegedly, the fisherman was trying to take the animal to an aquarium, but it wasn't possible. It's a real shame. Lots of people commented on YouTube and Facebook about the incident. Many are saying the alligator gar should have been released instead. But what do you think? Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for all of you that'll just take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. And boom, 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 9. Giant catfish. The giant catfish is one of those freshwater creatures that drive lots of fishermen to jump aboard their boats. They're looked upon by pros as trophies, and some of the most seasoned fishermen feel pretty proud about catching a giant catfish. Some fortunate villagers in Thailand living near the Mekong River had the catch of their lives in 2005. In fact, nobody's been able to catch a larger freshwater fish since. The villagers worked hard for an hour to defeat the formidable giant that weighed 650 pounds and measured 9 feet long. It's hard to imagine how it was to be part of the struggle with that beast. Although local authorities tried to use the specimen as part of a breeding program, she ended up dying, so the local villagers ate the fish. It's a shame, but we guess that's nature's law. Number 8. Giant siphonophore. Not all of the living sea creatures are fish. In this case, it isn't a fish, neither easy to pronounce. The giant siphonophore is one of the longest animals ever seen and lives in the Australian deep sea inside its underwater canyons. Scientists found it in 2020, researching these beautiful and mysterious depths. They didn't discover only the giant siphonophore, but 30 new species in total. It's incredible how little we know about the living sea creatures right now. It's difficult to say that the giant siphonophore is a single animal, as it's made up of tiny clones that act as one and spread in the water like a very long string. And we're talking very long. The specimen discovered by this research team measured 150 feet. Scientists believe it was the longest ever found, and we wouldn't think otherwise. That right there is a monster-level sea creature. Number 7. Japanese spider crab. Crabs are funny little creatures. Their eyes pop up like antennas, and they can run in almost any direction. But unlike most crabs, the Japanese spider crab is an epic giant monster, capable of chopping bone and flesh with its mighty claws. If you'd seen the largest one personally, you might not find the courage to stand still. It was 40 years old when it was caught, measured 12 feet from tip to tip, and weighed more than 40 pounds. However, although it was nicknamed Crabzilla, these crabs are slow and not very aggressive. Moreover, they're scavengers, not ferocious predators, contrary to their looks. In Japan, the spider crab is considered a delicacy, and a single specimen can cost more than $100. Obviously though, no one ate Crabzilla, and the specimen went on to live as an international attraction, touring sea aquariums all over the world. Number 6. Colossal squid. The fishermen aboard a little fishing boat lived a wild day in 2007 while sailing the Red Sea in Antarctica. Surely they doubted if what they were living was real or part of a dream. Although these brave men were not facing the mythical kraken, they caught a colossal squid, which weighed 1,089 pounds and was 33 inches in length. John Bennett was the captain that led the crew who managed to find this incredible creature and get it on board after struggling for 2 hours. When he was interviewed by Newsweek back in 2007, he claimed that, surprisingly, the squid didn't fight against the crew, despite being naturally equipped to do so. According to scientists, we know very little about colossal squids, but we expect to find out much more in the future. They're amazing. Number 5. Albino lobster. Lobsters are very adaptive. They live in all oceans and places where they can hide to eat almost anything they can swallow, like fish, mollusks, worms, plant life, and even other crustaceans. Considered a delicacy, they can be costly, but we think they're very delicious. What do you think? Have you tried one? For sure, it wasn't one of the lobsters caught in Maine in 2004 by Joe Bates. According to scientists, Joe made a 1 in 100 million catch. We say that because Joe caught a couple of albino lobsters. Although it's impressive, we think it's better to release such a unique catch. What do you think? Number 4. Large sturgeon. Sturgeons are ancient creatures that have been swimming both sea and fresh water for more than 200 million years of evolution. All sturgeon species are currently endangered and protected, so this loyal fisherman in the northeast of China might have felt confused when he accidentally caught a large sturgeon. The humble fisherman found the Kaluga sturgeon in one of his fishing nets, measuring 12 feet and weighing more than 1,100 pounds. Fortunately, authorities could take the fish alive and try to breed it in captivity, so the fisherman finally relaxed and could enjoy his catch at last. Number 3. Giant mantis shrimp. Sometimes awe-inspiring creatures are entirely harmless. That's the case for lots of scavengers that possess strange and fierce looks. In 2014, Steve Bargeron was enjoying a gentle and quiet fishing night at a Florida dock when he noticed something exciting was going on. Steve couldn't help the urge to capture the moment with a cute pic, and it's just insane how big that mantis shrimp is. The fisherman said it was about 18 inches long, which made it the biggest ever caught. Size isn't that important in this case. I think I'm okay with a king prawn, thank you very much. Although it doesn't look tasty, it was an exciting catch. According to Steve, they decided to return the mantis shrimp to the water. Wise decision. Number 2, and today's best pick. The sea is home to most of the life in the world, so it's no surprise that there we can experience some of the most incredible moments ever. Sea predators are fascinating and are essential for life on the whole planet, so it's critical we learn to respect sea wildlife while still enjoying great fishing. Catching a lingcod, one of the most voracious sea predators, is an exciting feat on its own. So when Matt Mertz found an octopus inside the mouth of his massive catch, he sure felt like a champion. When he found out, everyone on the boat got very excited. As Matt said to The Sun, everyone was even more exciting after seeing the octopus, like a good omen for the day to come. Well, we don't know if Matt and his friends found something even more surprising, but it was a great catch. Number 1. Lion's mane jellyfish. The terror inspired by sea monsters has lived with us ever since the very ancient times. But today, we feel more inclined for a riddle rather than horror. So, here it comes. What looks like a lion's mane and doesn't need a brain, blood, or bones to live? Did you guess it? The answer is the lion's mane jellyfish, a sea monster that can measure up to 120 feet long. In this case, there were no fishermen involved, but we're sure that everybody involved was utterly shocked. In 2010, a lifeguard in a beach in Rye, New Hampshire, spotted a lion's mane jellyfish 100 yards from the shore. Yet the jellyfish broke apart when he tried to drag it to the beach with a pitchfork. CNN reported that more than 150 beachgoers were stung by the jellyfish, or to be more accurate, dozens of pieces of it that were floating around in the water. As the sea creature was dead and torn apart, we couldn't figure out how long it was. Yet the longest of the tentacles found measured around 13 feet. Well, that's a painful way to find out that jellyfish can sting, even after beaching and dying. It was a fascinating trip today, packed with incredible catches. And we hope to see you back here tomorrow at Mind Read for another one of our spectacular videos.